What's up,
Very
everybody?
nice. Very nice.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Nosebleeds Report, where we believe every child deserves the right to play sports. So that's what we're here for. And we have some great news. We made our first donation this week. We sponsored a team, Murfreesboro Little League. So it's official. Our logo will be on jerseys this year. Give it up.
Yeah.
That's awesome news.
That's really awesome news.
Yes. Also, we've been hard at work here with a little branding. I have gifts for my peoples. These are coming soon. I don't know if you can see that little coffee cup with our logo on it.
Nice.
Hey,
Sweet.
that is dope.
Getting it out there.
Now the logo on your hat is another discussion.
Detroit Tigers, bro.
Yeah, you can keep those gifts. I won't take any of those gifts.
Yes. So I think today we're going to talk a little bit about Little League Baseball. We drafted our team. George drafted our team just a couple days ago. How'd it go, George? So just so everybody knows, Murfreesboro does it right, man. They have like a combine for these kids. You go, you watch them play, and then a couple days later they actually have a draft. How did you want to talk about the combine first, George?
Yes. So the kids, they show up and they get in the dugout. There was over 200 kids to evaluate, is what we call evaluations. And they show up and they get 3 pitches to hit. And then on the third, whether they hit it or miss it, they run to second base. And then they immediately go to shortstop and they're given their glove and they field 2 balls and throw 2 balls to first base. And so that's what the coaches are exposed to evaluate their talent level and that kind of thing. And the way it's set up is to avoid stacking teams and that kind of thing. So the talent, the more gifted kids are spread out. And it makes the parity much better for the league. And then so that was Saturday, and then the following Tuesday, all the coaches get together and they actually have a draft. And it's a lot of fun. Even though they're 7 or 8 years old, it's the atmosphere is pretty unique in how we draft the kids and that kind of thing. So and then for the kids who didn't show up for the evaluations, their names are thrown in a hat, and once the draft part is over, they're literally pulled out of a hat, and you're just sort of giving them, and you have no idea, what their talent level is and all that. But to me, at that age, it's really not about how talented they are. It's what potential do they have.
Yeah,
and it's up to the coaches to develop them, and that's part of the challenge. And it's very, very rewarding to see a kid who doesn't possess the natural gifts, but then they turn out being a big time contributor to the team. And so that's very, very rewarding. That's the part that we love the most. And Trent is our pitcher. It's a coach pitch league. And he's our pitcher, and he serves up watermelons and
watermelons.
Yeah. And but I tell Trent all the time, like I thank God for him, because I get too nervous. Like I would screw it up. I'd get out there and be too nervous for the kids, and there's no way I could throw it over the plate and all that stuff. So it allows me to focus on other things during the game.
Hey, there's a lot of pressure in that pitcher's role there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so gotta swing. So
like what goes through your head, Trent? You know what I'm saying? Like it's the bottom of the 6th inning, which is the 9th for them.
Yeah.
And we're down by 2 or 1 or whatever.
Like you got to swing. You have to swing.
Yeah.
Show me your practice swing. That's always the strategy. I'm like, show me your practice swing, and then I just try to throw it right where they swing. Like that's usually the whole thought process. But yeah, man, it's fun, and it is stressful for sure. There's times where I'm like, oh my gosh, but I kind of live for it. I love that.
Awesome.
Yeah. I'm like, hey, what's wrong, little guy? Trent just chest bumped me.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. No, man, it's one of my favorite things, man. I love I love being the pitcher for the Angels. It's super rewarding.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. And the great thing about our team of coaches, none of us have children. I have children; they're all grown. My youngest is 21, but we all just get together for the the love of the sport and the kids in the community. It's awesome.
Yeah, it is. And then Jamie, my wife, is the team mom. And she kind of makes sure that the batting order is going swell, and she keeps up with she keeps up with sort of the stuff going on in the dugout. So if coach needs to know something, then she'll let me. She'll kind of fill me in.
Yeah, she has baskets all lined up in the dugout.
With names on them.
With names. Hanging on the fence.
Yeah.
Gourmet snacks for afterwards.
Yeah. You can't expect a 7-year-old to know when he's up next in the lineup. So,
right.
It's a very necessary role.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, we have our two of our hosts here today are both Wolfpacks, and so how's your baseball team gonna look this year, man?
Oh well,
they're good.
As long as the NCAA doesn't mess with us, we'll win the World Series.
You guys still crying over that?
Yeah,
kinda.
I mean, you get a national championship robbed from you.
Yeah, I know. That was bad, man.
Yeah, that was.
I remember how upset George was. George was like, "This is just wrong." Like,
there's this slimy feeling watching the national championship last year because NC State didn't really have a fair shake at getting there, and then I think it was Vanderbilt that that benefited from it.
Yeah, Vanderbilt. Yeah. We were about to play a game 3.
Yeah,
winner goes on, and then they just canceled it. And the testing was all suspicious. They did it after our game, and they tested already vaccinated players. And there's a whole thing behind it.
And they were hot. NC State was hot at that time.
Yeah,
and momentum in college baseball it means the world.
Yeah,
and there was something slimy about it. I was happy that Mississippi State went on to win because I was like, all right, that's a little more legit than Vandy getting it.
Yeah. And they gave us the dude hit a home run for Mississippi State, and he did the Wolfpack symbol around the bases. So.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's respect. Yeah.
But would have been nice. I would have rather had a national championship.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Real nice gesture, but I'd take a national championship.
First in a while, man. So we'll get it this year. Get it done.
Yeah. You would think that club would have a hair on fire kind of deal, going on.
Yeah. We had this dude, Tommy. I don't know his last name, but he's hit like 7 home runs in the first 6 games. He's on fire.
Wow.
Ridiculous. So we're playing pretty well right now. But
nice.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I was reading this morning that there's a glimmer of hope for the MLB. Manford finally met with the union for the first time, face to face. I don't know why they do this, man. I mean,
that's what I was going to say though. Is as long as they're locked out, you guys are not really little league anymore. You take a step up in the world.
Yeah.
Semi-professional.
Only a few steps removed. One less step removed.
You put that on your coaching resume.
The replacements.
Yeah. There you go. Nice. These are official games now.
Man.
And you guys remember when they had replacement refs for the NFL? And they just botched everything.
It was because of Aaron Rodgers. It's all Aaron Rodgers' fault.
Like none of them had guns, Usually the real ones, they got guns. They're like
barely keeping up with the players, trying to run them down the field.
Oh shoot, that's great.
Yeah, so we're in a lull of sports this year, right now, because the NFL just ended. Congratulations, Matthew Stafford. That was awesome.
Yep.
That
was a great Super Bowl.
Van Jefferson's story too was pretty awesome.
Yeah, everything. The whole playoffs were awesome this year.
Yeah, it was
a very good.
Everything came down to like 3 points, except for one game was a 4-point. I think that was overtime.
Yeah.
win.
It's almost like they knew they were
That's
going to have a
great.
sports lull after this.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, it was really good playoffs,
Well,
and now we got,
That's the beauty of Little League baseball, man. Like now, we go to our first practice tomorrow and
get your lawn chair, get out there, and go support some Little League baseball.
put that work in and get the kids to get to know each other and
Yeah.
meet the parents.
Yeah.
And,
It is exciting. I love this time of year, man.
The first few practices are rough because it is freezing outside, man.
Cold.
Well, this one's indoor tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So we got
We're gonna get that.
we
one
rented
kid
2
that
cages.
shocked.
Speaking of freezing, man, George and I are going to the NHL Stadium Series tonight.
Yeah.
Dude, Jonathan Harmon invited me. I'm going too.
You are?
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
That's great, man. So how are you getting downtown?
I think I'm meeting him in Smyrna around 4:00. Smyrna.
Yeah.
Smyrna.
Well, I can't thank Richard enough for inviting me to go. Richard scored these tickets through like a veteran thing.
Yeah,
he explained.
That's awesome, man.
Vettix.org, man. So I never imagined a million years, 30 years ago when I was serving my country that they would be giving me free stuff when I was, 35 years removed. It's awesome, man. I love that organization. I've been to a lot of events through them. Actually, one time I drove all the way to Detroit because on Veterans Day they gave me free suite tickets to the Red Wings. I sat in a suite for a Red Wings game back home. It was awesome.
That is awesome.
Cool.
What organization is it?
It's called Vettix.org.
Nice.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's a great organization. So, I'm pretty sure, when we go there tonight, the whole section that we're in will be all veterans. They put them all together.
Oh, that's sick.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Are y'all in a box or anything, or go outside?
It'll be outside.
Everybody's outside.
Well, yeah. So it varies. One time they gave me tickets to an Ed Sheeran concert, and I took my wife and 2 daughters.
Hey, this is live.
It was at Nissan.
That dude, man.
It was at Nissan Stadium, and we're walking through this.
That's where the hockey is.
This hallway, yeah. But we're walking through this hallway, and my kids are like, "Dad, I think we're in the wrong spot." And these are good tickets. And we got there, and they literally
we're just
gave us
coming, folk, Dad.
they gave us club seats, man. It was great.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah.
We're regular people.
It was like a plush hallway with bars, and everybody's dressed up, and we're like, my kids were literally like, I think we're in the wrong spot.
There's no way these are ours.
He's wearing his green sporty shorts.
Dad, are we supposed to be here right now?
Sorry, your
tickets. Wait
a minute.
Your tickets are outside.
Jenna and I went to a Braves game last, baseball season. But we sat down and I was like, man, this is not how they advertise these seats. There's no way these are our seats. And I looked down, there's a whole extra section behind us. And Shanna's the same way. She's like, no, those aren't. We can't go down there. They have people blocking off that section. We're not allowed down there. And I was like, yeah, no fucking way. I paid way too much. No way. I paid way too much for these tickets.
This is a kid-free show, buddy.
Friendly show.
I got into the story.
Those kind of questions, it really pisses me off.
We went down, and that's where our seats were. But the lady had to check she had to check it, and she let us in. And she's like, yeah, you're down here. It's like, I knew I didn't get these seats up here, but
yeah,
it's confusing in some stadiums. So yeah, you really gotta.
But it matters. Having great seats matters, man. I'm telling you, I've been in
I'd rather watch it at home if I'm gonna sit up.
At the deck. My brother scored some tickets to the Iron Bowl, Auburn, Alabama Iron Bowl last year, and we got there. I couldn't believe it was literally 50-yard tickets, man. Right, 6 rows up. I could touch the players. And all that stuff, man. It was great.
Yeah,
it was the best experience ever.
Hey, Brandon Jones just commented, there's a lot of pressure on the pitching role.
He pitched. That was our pitcher when I coached.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, he has. That's his kid is now playing a travel league, and he's really good. So
that's cool.
Yeah. So he knows all about that pitching role.
Dude, you're killing that producer role, Richard.
Hey, I got good inspiration, man.
But this outdoor stadium series that the NHL does, this is going to be really fun. Bundle up and sort of enjoy the atmosphere. This is going to be a really unique sports.
A couple of weeks ago, we were kind of worried about it because it was like 70 degrees here. Like, what are they going to do? The game rolls around and it's like 30 degrees outside. And it's like
they're going to play water polo.
Honestly, we're talking about a hard sport, man.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah, you got some.
When are y'all heading down there?
Probably early. We're probably gonna do a little bar hopping first.
Oh, nice.
Go check out some music. For the people that are watching that are not in this area, Nashville is a great town to go see sports at. At one end of the strip is the hockey arena, and then there's like 3 or 4 blocks of nothing but bars where you could fall down, roll, and you'd be in another bar. And every single bar.
And he's done it. I've seen it. Seen
it. There's every single bar, there's country music, and you're like, the talent is so good. Yeah. You're like, man, this dude should have a record label. And at the end of that 4 blocks is the football stadium. So it's like bookends, and it's like the perfect city for a night like this. It's awesome. I love Nashville.
Yeah. Well, you saw how the city responded to the NFL draft. I mean, that was amazing.
Nuts.
Yeah.
When the Predators made the Stanley Cup, I think it was 2017 or whatever year it was.
Awesome.
I mean, that was a show. I mean,
and the NHL All-Star game was here a couple years ago.
Yeah.
That was super cool.
Yeah. Nashville is primed to host a Super Bowl, and if they ever get that opportunity, it will be awesome.
Yeah. The only way they'll get it is if they build a dome, though.
I saw something about them denying basically another coat of paint. They were going to refresh the stadium, and they said no, we're going to push for a new one. So
because the remodel was about as much as building a brand new one.
And it'd be like the third remodel.
The remodel that they wanted to do was like $1.5 billion, and they're like, why would we put $1.5 billion in an old stadium? Let's just build a brand new one with the city.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The problem is like where the stadium is right now. The perfect scenario would be to knock that stadium down and rebuild right on the same exact spot because it's in a great location. I don't know how they would pull that off, but
I don't think you could pull that off.
Yeah, you couldn't. You'd have to.
I mean, they've got space next to it. They'd have to buy some land. They could do because that's what the Yankee Stadium did. They built right next door.
Yeah, like I've always said this since the day I moved here. Right across the freeway, right there's that junkyard.
Oh yeah, the big metal place.
It's such an eyesore.
Yeah. They never used to be there. They never used to even be there. They used to be further into Nashville, and then that lot opened up, and they moved in.
Yeah.
It's some metal place. Yeah,
and it's right on the river. Like it's
the first thing you see when you like get close to Nashville. Oh, hey, you ready to get into Nashville? Trash.
Yes.
And right next door to that is an indoor go-kart place, which is really cool. I haven't been there, but
I've seen it. I haven't been there yet either.
Yeah,
but
perfect.
Yeah,
there you go. We've got the vision. We just need to get the money to buy the land and the Titans and the stadium, and
So
donate now.
Well, we need to raise money for Little League sports first. Let's get
that. And they're talking. The MLB saying that that Nashville is the top of the list for a MLB team also. So that would be awesome.
Yeah, well.
And I think they should keep the name, the Sounds. Like, they had the minor league team called the Sounds. If they do that, that would be a pretty slick major league team.
Yeah, I've heard the Stars also.
I've heard the Stars. I think they're like decided on a name too. It's stupid because they're gonna be like the same symbol as the Astros old symbol. You know what I mean? So I don't know what that's gonna work out, but that's what I've heard.
Yeah, I think it's Detroit has their Negro League team is pretty cool. Star. I love it when they wear those uniforms,
old jerseys. Yeah,
I love that. Yep. So, all right. So we'll wrap it up here. We're rambling. So I just want to remind everybody we're here for a mission. Please, there will be a link somewhere. When I'm done with this, I'll put a link. Please donate. Again, we're a nonprofit, so if you want to cut a fat check, let me know, and I'll get you a receipt so you can claim it on your taxes. And check out TSP the Scuttlebutt. I have some really good guests coming up. And that is
STP.
also sits under the umbrella of the nonprofit. And our good buddy here, Trent Denson. I'm gonna give you a second to talk about what you got going on with Spread the Positive. Go ahead. Give us your elevator speech, buddy.
Yeah, man. So we're a podcast creation and distribution network, and with the mission of bringing light to what's going right and showcasing and facilitating efforts that are making a positive impact in our local communities and beyond. Yeah, that's kind of I've said that a time or two, but that is
Sounds like it.
the stuff that the stuff that's actually working, and we get enough of the divisiveness and everybody hates everybody. We're trying to bring people together and have meaningful conversations and bridge gaps and just love and acceptance, man.
Spread the positive. Let's go.
Let's go.
There's some crazy stuff going on in the world right now.
We need it, man. Yeah,
some
positive. Absolutely.
Sure. All right, guys.
Appreciate y'all. Thanks, Richard.
Yeah, thanks for jumping on there, TD.
Absolutely.
And we'll see you guys
John,
next week.
Man, let's go.
Go Pack, man. Yeah. We'll see you
I'm done with that.
Next time you're on will be College World Series or before, and we'll talk more Pack baseball.
That sounds awesome.
All right. Dig deep in those pockets, guys.
Yes,
next week.
Cut the check.
$10.